This is Feather, the newest diffuser from Young Living. Not only is it a diffuser which gives off a cool mist, but it also has a night light feature and a sound machine feature. So before we fill it up and diffuse, let me show you some features so that you'll use it properly. First of all, on the bottom is the plug where you can put the electric in, and then you have a speaker for the sound machine and you have an air intake valve. Always keep these clean and free of dust, and always have your diffuser on a hard surface. So let's use the light feature before we fill it up, because you can use this as a night light without diffusing, but it'll work the same way if there's water in it and if you're diffusing. If you press the center toe, the light will come on. If you press it again, you'll get a little bit of a dimmer light, and then you'll get colors circling through. It will go from red to yellow-green to green to light blue to blue and to lavender. And if you don't want it to cycle on its own, you can just move it yourself to the color that you want and leave it at the color that you want. And then when you're done, if cycling through, you hit the toe again and the light will go off. Now let me show you the features in the back. I'm going to put a light on so we have a little bit more light. Okay, actually, that's not the best lighting. Let's do this. Okay, so there you see you have a sound button and you have a volume button. If you press the sound button, you're going to hear rain at first, and it's very dim, so you can hit this up to 5 times. The 5th time or the 6th time, it will shut off. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 times, and then it shuts off. And you can change it. So if you don't want the rain, hit it again and you'll get birds. But it'll start, each time you change it, it's at the lowest setting. So just make it loud again each time. Those are birds and nature sounds. Then hit it again and you have the ocean. But again, remember, it goes back to lowest volume each time. So you might want to make that louder, depending on your needs. Okay. And then there's a fan sound. I want to make sure you hear it here. That's how you shut it off. And we'll do one more lullaby. And again, when you want to shut the sound machine off, you just hit the volume button a 6th time. So those are those features. So now let's talk about diffusing. It has very similar features and diffusing time. It's actually the same diffusing time as the Dewdrop, the Lantern, and the Desert Mist diffusers. When you, well, let's put some water in it first, and then I'll show you how. You just lift the cover off. It's only 2 pieces, and it looks just like the other diffusers inside. It has an ultrasonic plate. This is what you want to make sure to keep clean. If it ever gets any gummy residue in there, just wipe that clean with a little alcohol and a Q-tip. And, you know, every few times you diffuse, wipe this out with some thieves cleaner or some just soapy water on a warm cloth. Keep the diffuser clean. And you can also hopefully see there is a little fill line here. I don't know if you can you see it looks almost like a little button right there? Okay, so we're going to fill up the diffuser, and you can use any kind of water, tap water, distilled water, whatever kind of water you want. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And you can put 5 or 6 drops. I'm going to use lavender because that's also very nice for children to soothe them and help them go to sleep. You can start with 5 or 6 drops. If you like a little more, you might want to try 7 and 8. Some people do 10. There's no right and wrong. You can do whatever you like. Put that in. And then very simply, you just put the cap right back on. And there you go. Now we're going to use this middle toe. If you hit it once, it's on high output. And in a minute, you're going to see the diffuser start and you're going to see the high output. So because it's high output, it will last for 4 to 5 hours because a lot of mist is coming out. So let's just give it a minute. I used this once before. Oh, I hit it by mistake, sorry. Okay, it should be starting in a minute. There it goes. Do you see? Do you see the mist there? And the light automatically goes on bright white when you do that. If you want the mist to last longer, so maybe 8 hours, hit it a second time, and it'll be just a little lighter. And if you hit it a third time, it'll be intermittent. You see it'll go off for a minute, on for a minute, off for a minute, on for a minute, and that will last 10 hours. So let's just put it back on high, and you'll see it going. So one press is high, 4 to 5 hours. The second press is a low output for 8 hours, and the third press is intermittent, on a minute, off a minute, and then it'll last you 10 hours. And the same features when there's water in it and it's diffusing. The bright white light, then a duller, and then it'll start cycling through the colors. Okay, and then when the diffuser is finished, the diffuser will automatically shut off by itself, and when you're done with the lights, those you'll shut off on your own. So remember, you could cycle through. And that's the feathered diffuser. It has lots of features. You know, you can play around with it, see what colors you like, see what sounds you like. Let's see, how about a nice purple color? And we'll put some lullaby music on. Just think how soothing that is by your child's bedside. I think it's also great for teachers to have in a classroom if you're going to have relaxation time, or in a nursery school and it's nap time. Or you don't even have to use the sound, and just maybe diffuse thieves in your classroom and keep the air fresh and cleansed. Anyway, it's a wonderful diffuser, and I hope you'll get one. If you would like any help ordering one, I'd be happy to help you. Just message me in the comments below. Have a wonderful day, everybody.